Whiskey Thief text line, or you can tweet me at Just the Cat Radio, as Justin Kalen is with me this morning, even though he's over to the side doing something, not paying attention to me. He says he's doing, listening to me, but I every now and then I wonder if he kind of loses track of what's going on with Michael Bennett. Listen, and I wouldn't blame you.
I need you to have belief in my multitasking. if there's one thing I can ask moving forward, just believe in my multitasking abilities.
I just like to tease you about it.
I was getting the YouTube fired up, so the folks could see us. Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking great today. You've got the polo on. The hair's looking good.
Yeah.
No reason people shouldn't see us.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like this. This was a Father's Day present.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a comfortable shirt.
Looks comfy.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. And plus, I love the color of it. This is one of my favorite colors. Besides blue, I'm a guy that likes multiple colors.
Okay.
I mean,
that seems normal.
I don't know. Well, no, I have a lot of favorite colors. And it seems like they switch every now and then. For the longest time, my favorite color was hot pink.
Really?
To the point where I have a pair of hot pink Nike shoes. And I love to wear them every now and then. I don't wear them all the time. I've kind of worn them out. But, yeah, they're my favorite. But then I got to a point where I love mint green.
Okay.
And mint green has become one of my favorite. Well, my phone case is that color. Somebody was teasing me yesterday because, I flew back from Florida yesterday. So the flight attendant was, you like mint green, dude? I'm like, why? He goes, or she goes, because you got a mint green shirt on and you got a mint green phone case. Are you trying to match your phone case with your shirt?
Wait, so you wore that shirt on your flight home and you're wearing it again today?
I had a different one. No, I wear clean clothes, okay?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yes, I do. I don't wear dirty clothes. Good Lord. But no, I had a different one. I've got multiple mint green shirts. So, I don't know. Which is your favorite color, Red? Because you.
No. My favorite color is completely off the wall.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yellow.
Yellow, really?
Love yellow. I don't know. Something about it. I just see it and it just makes me happy. Reminds me of the sun. I don't know. Maybe that's
bright color. See, that's the way it is with me. They're bright colors. I love any kind of pastel. That is like, okay, I'm there. When I see a painting and it's of pastel colors, I'm like, boom, I want it. Typically, I don't get it because they're too expensive, but I love bright colors. So
I get that.
Anyway, yeah. How's your weekend?
It was awesome. Couldn't have been any better. Yeah.
You played golf, I'm sure.
I played golf, played softball, swam in the pool, rode in my very first parade.
What?
So
Wait a minute. You rode in a parade.
I did.
Okay. I don't know anything about this. You never told me anything about this last week. Now I've got to know where, when, who invited you, and why. So you're a celebrity now. You know this. You're on a different level than I am.
I had my princess wave going and everything.
Did you really?
It was great. It was a good time. No, so it was with the other radio station I work for. My boss over there is friendly with a guy that's running for judge, and he needed some.
Wait, when you say friendly, to me, I immediately go, they're dating.
No.
Okay.
No, nothing like that.
Because that's the way my wife was. She was my buddy. She was my friend, and then she became my wife.
No,
okay? Just letting you know.
It's nothing like that. They do a radio show together over at the other station, so they've grown pretty close over the last 7-8 years. But he's the prosecutor now, but he's running for judge, and he wanted to get his name out there, so he wanted to have a bunch of people on his wagon. So we volunteered to go ride on the wagon and throw out some candy and wave. And
there was a parade over the weekend?
Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
For what purpose was this parade?
For the fair. For the county fair.
Oh, there's a county fair going on. Okay, so tell us what county this is.
Harrison County.
And were there many people there?
It was unbelievable.
Was it really?
Yeah. I was thinking, when we started, it was, how hot it was this weekend. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we started about 6 o'clock, and I'm thinking, there's not going to be anybody out. It's hot as all get out here.
Yeah.
No. We started driving, and the streets were lined, Michael.
Were they really?
It was incredible.
Wow.
It was
all
so
for you. This was all for you because you are the celebrity now. I got to call you Mr. Kalen now. I'm not allowed to call you Justin anymore.
There was a lot more people in it than just me, but yeah.
No, I'm sure you were the main view right there. I mean, did you have a nice clothes on? Tell me what you were wearing for your first parade.
So they had shirts made, and so I was wearing one of those shirts.
Wait.
Auto for Judge or whatever.
Oh, okay, so it was a political T-shirt.
It was, but
Could you say, no, I don't want to wear this?
I could have, I'm sure, if I wanted to. But here's my deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn down a free T-shirt. And the second I got home last night,
Yes.
I laid it on the counter, cut the sleeves off, made a nice little cutoff with it, and now I've got a Great Lakes shirt.
Okay, did you cut a little V at the top too?
No, come on.
That's what you have to do.
No.
Yeah, you got to cut a little V at the top as well.
If you've got chest hair to hang out, but I don't have chest hair to hang out.
Really? Okay. I don't think. See, chest hair grosses me out.
Same.
Yeah.
Especially when people call it taco meat.
Okay, that's too far. Okay, you have officially gone way too far. But respect to you, Justin. My tip of the hat right here, man. You are in a parade this weekend.
It was cool. It was cool.
And I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
So good for you. Well, my weekend was not quite as fun. I thought I got my last weekend by myself for a little while, and because I was down there by myself, I get up. And for some reason, I put a pin in my pocket. You know, my favorite pin.
I know where this is going.
My favorite pin to write with when I'm getting ready for a show prep is a one of those gel pens.
Yep.
Yeah. And the top came off. I go sit on the bed. It leaks. I ruin a what do you call it? Not the bed cover. It's called a duvet.
The comforter?
The comforter. Yeah. Totally ruined it.
Was it at least yours, or were you staying somewhere else?
No, it was it was my wife's.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to fess up to that.
At least you weren't like staying in a hotel and
No, well, that would have been better because then,
you're just leaving.
I would turn it over or hide it something. I mean, leave a little tip.
The wife you got to be honest with.
Oh, definitely. And I ruined it. I mean, it's ruined. And I tried to get, I got online to try and figure out how do you get ink out of a fabric. Yeah, it didn't work. There was way too much. I ruined the shorts. I ruined my, oh yeah. So that's how my day started. I figured, okay, let's calm down. It'll be okay. Let's go out. Let's go to your favorite beach. So I go to my favorite beach to hang out for a little while, and I'm upset, and I can't relax. I'm like, well, why am I sitting here by myself? So let's just get out here, try and go get something to eat. I get out, get in the car, start driving. My car overheats.
What?
I am not exaggerating. I'm like, okay, this might not be my day. So I turned it off just to see if something was, amuck. No, it overheats. I called the mechanic that we use down there. He answers the phone, and he said, "Michael, open the hood up. Do you see a belt?" And I'm looking. I said, "Art, I don't see. I don't know what I'm looking for. First of all, I don't know an engine." So he goes, "It's right there. And do you have any water in it?" I mean, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, man." You're asking too many questions, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Come to me?
Yeah, he was getting ready to leave, so that wasn't going to work. So he said, call a tow truck, have it towed there. And, I'm sitting there in the heat. Thankfully, the car stopped under a tree. And the guy comes, really nice guy named Don, picks me up, and he and I chit-chatted up. He was telling me a stat that really stuck out to me. And so this is AAA. I'm a gigantic fan of. These guys are really nice. He told me last year 66 drivers were killed on roadways last year, all around the country. And I'm like, 66? That's a ton of people. Because they were helping people get their car, and usually on the interstate or something like that, and they were hit by cars and killed.
I feel like that number's probably not accurate.
Why do you say that?
Just seems like it would be so many more than that.
Oh, really? No, he told me that was a lot. That was the most that's ever happened within AAA.
Oh, so you're 66 AAA workers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 66 AAA. Am I not making myself clear? Because I think I am.
I don't think you did.
Okay. But all right, I did a poor job. But 66 AAA workers, tow truck drivers, were killed last year.
That's okay. That sounds accurate.
Which is the most that they've ever had.
That's wild.
So I thought, and he said, Michael, if you're on the radio, tell them, just go over a lane and be nice to the drivers while they're trying to get people out of there as quickly as they can. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He really did. He chatted up with me. He was from Washington, the state of Washington, and moved to St. Petersburg just wanted to.
That's about as far from home as you can move.
I know,
right?
and that's what I thought.
Stay in the United States.
Well, here's the other thing. So I got an Uber or Lyft ride yesterday with a guy, and he's taking me to the airport. Georgiano is his name. He's from Greece. He just moved to the United States 7 months ago. He was very clear on, I've moved here legally. And
don't call ICE.
I know. He flew into New Jersey and then started driving and picked St. Petersburg as home. And I'm like, how do you do that? So he goes, I love to fish, and this is where I moved to. So I'm like, okay, good for you. Anyway, but that was my nice, relaxing weekend. So there you go.
Great.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
Car overheating and you ruin a comforter. I wish somebody could help me. I think it's ruined. I just need to throw it away, don't I?
Probably so.
That sucks. Okay. All right, then.
I mean, what's a comforter run? Surely they're not that expensive, right?
Ooh. Unless you're somebody's wife.
Mm.
Yeah.
She likes them bougie comforters.
Oh, yeah, here we go again with those fancy words. Yeah, she does. So it wasn't a fun conversation on the phone, okay? Yeah. It's like, okay, when I screw something up, I say immediately. When you screw something up, do you procrastinate? I used to procrastinate, and I feel like my anxiety would go through the roof, so I don't procrastinate anymore. I have to tell the wrong I did immediately.
I'm pretty well with you in that. Now, when I was a kid, I would try to cover my tracks on everything.
It doesn't work.
And yes, I just got to the point where I got caught too many times. So
right.
I said, I'm going the honest route from here on.
Right. Because you get it out of the way, and guess what? You feel 1,000 times better.
For sure.
But then every now and then I still beat myself up. Like I'm going to beat myself up on this super. You know what I did? So I made the bed before I left yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I turned the comforter the other way around. So the inside is facing upward, so you can't see it. Yeah.
She's going to know that immediately.
Oh, of course she is. But it just kind of made me feel better. So. But anyway, all right, the NBA Finals finished up last night. What'd you think of the ball game? Pacers were up by 1 at half. You still feared the inevitable was going to happen because I know how you were thinking.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think the Pacers did a tremendous job of hanging on and making it a game until that halfway point. But once that third quarter started and Oklahoma City was knocking down threes the way they were, I knew it probably wasn't going to be the Pacers' night. And I was just, for me, even though I knew Oklahoma City was going to win that game, part of me just wanted the Pacers to get it close, make it a game so we could enjoy the end of it. Because I don't like staying up till 11 o'clock if it's not going to be a good finish. And it wasn't a good finish. I stayed up anyways, and that was just unfortunate. But all in all, I thought it was a really fun series. Most of that game was a lot of fun, and congrats to OKC. Big-time win.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Shai Gilgeous as well, and his counterpart there, Cason Wallace.
Cason Wallace last night was amazing.
He was, wasn't he?
Amazing.
And there are times it's like, oh, I forgot he played at UK. There are so many players in the NBA. It's like, and you know, it's the one and dones that I forget about, the ones that don't stand out as much. But he had a couple of games in the finals.
Yeah.
Where he scored double digits. One game he had 11 points, another game he had 10 points. And that now becomes the 17th and 18th former UK player to win an NBA championship.
Wow.
That's pretty cool right there.
That's cool, yeah.
So, I like that. I like the fact that Shai Gilgeous won the MVP. Now that confirms he deserved the MVP.
Well, yeah. I think that was already confirmed, wasn't it?
For the season.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I know there's some people out there that were saying, oh, no.
You're all about adding in the playoffs.
Yeah, I am. And it probably shouldn't be that way, but that confirms that it should have gone that way. And I'm not saying that they should include the playoffs. No, they shouldn't. But you know what? When the season's over, take a week and then announce who the MVP is. Don't take all that time during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because it kind of felt like they were trying to see who was going to go further in the playoffs to confirm who won. I didn't like that. I'll tell you the other thing I didn't like during the playoffs. I thought that was the worst pregame, the worst halftime, and the worst in-game announcing I've ever listened to, and I am not the only one.
I couldn't agree more. Horrible.
Oh my gosh! And people were going nuts over it online. Just and I'm like, ABC, ESPN, you got to do something better. And hopefully they're bringing the TNT guys over and not touching it.
I think that is the plan.
But here's what I'm worried about. It is the plan. Yes, you're right. There's no thinking about it. It is the plan. But I'm worried they're going to try and add some of their current talent or lack thereof to the dynamic that is already working so well at TNT. You can't change it. You can't have Steve Smith come over there and be a part of that. You can't have any of these other people within ESPN, oh, let me be a part of that. It'll be fun. No, it's not. Leave it alone. It needs to be those guys, and that's it.
I don't think they're going to try to add anybody.
You want to bet? How much? I'll bet you any amount of money right now. They will eventually. They might not do it in the beginning, but they might think, you know what? It'd be good if we add some more of our ESPN people on these shows. They're going to do it, I promise you, and it's going to ruin it completely.
Oh, I mean, if that's how it plays out, then yeah, absolutely, it'll ruin it. Because Stephen A., he is something else, man. I was watching the halftime last night, and typically during this playoffs, I've turned the halftime show off just because I can't do it. I think him and Bob Myers and Kendrick Perkins, they're all such big idiots. I don't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
But I was watching last night, and Stephen A. just starts yelling randomly. And I just don't understand it. Where's OKC? It's like, you could see that in a normal voice, dude. The shtick. I'm not on the shtick anymore.
No, and it's almost like his ego has gotten so big that he feels like, oh, I'll make this show different. I'll come in here and it's just, there's two guys, and you know who they are, Steve Smith, and then also McAfee, who probably thinks he could come in there and change the dynamic of the show. It's like, dude, stop it, please.
He could.
Yeah, it would ruin it for me. I know you love him, but I don't get his whole shtick. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I mean, I want to talk sports. Let's not be a goof and make it all about me.
Just stick with Ernie and the guys. That's all we ask.
Exactly. And I'm just here to tell you they're going to change it. Okay, that dynamic's going to change. And I again, I'll bet you any amount of money you want to bet. That's what's going to happen. And it's just going to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they've got a good thing going. And I can't wait for it. And hopefully they'll find some better announcers for the end game. Because I'm sorry, and it has nothing to do with a male, female, or anything like that. I just think that Doris, it was Doris Burke, right?
Yeah, she's great.
I think she's terrible. I honestly don't see how you think she's good. I don't.
I think she provides great analysis.
Oh, man. Anytime I hear her voice, it's like, okay, click. The mute button can't come out fast enough. And all three of those people were just horrendous. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and take our first break. 502-384-1450. You want to call in? 502-414-1450. You want to text in on the Whiskey Thief text line, or you can tweet me at Just a Cat Radio. We'll see you in a minute. This is Just a Cats. 502-384-1450. You want to give us a call? 502-414-1450. You want to give us a text on the Whiskey Thief text line, or you can tweet me at Just the Cat Radio. Players to be named NBA MVP during the regular season and to be named MVP of the NBA Finals. Are you ready for this list right here?
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How you like that right there?
Right.
That's an incredible list.
Great list to be a part of.
I got cold chills right now. I'm not going to lie to you. And I will say, though, Shai Gilgeous is really starting to show his age. He's not that he's old, but he's not the little kid when he was at UK. He's starting to look a little mature, I should say. How's that? That's a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. He's what? Let me see here. 26?
Yeah, I would say, 26, 27 years old, something like that.
I was telling my roommate last night, he is such a hard guy to dislike.
And isn't that the truth?
Like, everything about, like,
yes.
the way he plays,
yes.
He's handsome, he dresses nice, I mean, everything.
And every interview.
Literally, exactly, the way he speaks, everything about him makes it so hard to dislike that guy.
Yeah, I could not agree more with you right there. Every time I hear him interviewed, he's so humbled, and it's not about him; it's about everybody else.
Yep.
And I love that about it. By the way, what did you think about ESPN and the cameraman following T.J. McConnell after the game last night? Did you see that video?
I didn't.
Did you? I saw it live.
No, so I didn't stay up for the celebration.
Oh, I did.
As soon as the buzzer went off, I was like, all right, I've got to call it.
A lot of people have different thoughts about this. So, all right, let's go through it.
Okay.
If you can look it up. I mean, you can look up the video. So, a camera followed T.J. McConnell after the game, back towards through the tunnel, back towards the Pacers locker room. And there was a lady that met McConnell. I'm assuming that a lot of people are saying it's his mom. That's what I assumed it was. And he was, clearly upset and emotional about the loss. I can understand that. But the mom turns around and shoos away the cameraman to go away. I kind of go both ways with this. First of all, TJ, you're an adult now and you're a professional athlete. I understand the emotion, but you know what? Come on, man. Go back to the locker room and get upset. Don't stand there with your mom as your mom's hugging you. The other part is, then I go, the cameraman, they should be following the celebration, not the emotional upset of the losing team. So I want to know which way. Now, you're probably a little biased because you like the Pacers. But, I mean, what do you think about cameramen that follow the players after they lose a championship game?
So I get your mindset of wanting to follow the celebration. But there's enough cameramen there to tell both stories, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. So you like both. So what do you think about the mom shooing away the cameraman? I thought this was, and I've looked at all the responses, and more times than not, I'd say it's probably 75% of the people are saying, okay, this was embarrassing for the mom and T.J. McConnell.
So I'm not embarrassed for T.J. McConnell at all, just because, I mean, if your mom's still around and you're going through something, you're naturally going to go to your mom. She's been your comfort place for your whole life. So I'm not hating on T.J. getting consoled by his mom at all. That's to me that is a very normal everyday act that men go through.
Yes. But I don't like the mom trying to shoot away the camera. The mom should be worried about her son, not the cameraman.
I'm with you, because at that point, mom has a job, console son.
Yes.
Cameraman has a job, tell story about mom consoling son.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
It's a nice moment to see a mom and son consoling each other after a hard loss like that. Mom, you embarrassed your son, T.J. McConnell. I mean, you just did, and you shouldn't have done what you did.
I don't think she embarrassed T.J. If anything, she embarrassed herself.
Well, she definitely embarrassed herself, and I think embarrassed her son a little bit as well. I think if he goes back and sees that in the next few days, he's like, oh, Mom, why'd you do that? Let them do their job. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, it's like, oh, my goodness, you're worried more about the camera getting in close to them more than you are about consoling your son. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not.
Well, and TJ had an amazing NBA Finals as well. So it's
he did.
yeah, Mom, the camera's going to follow him and see the emotion of the whole moment. Because if there's anybody on the Pacers that wanted it the worst, it was probably a guy like T.J. McConnell.
Why do you say that?
If not Halliburton. Because he probably just felt so responsible for coming in and filling those minutes when Halliburton went down that he put a lot of weight on his shoulders knowing that Hallie was hurt and he had to come in and play better.
Yeah, but no offense to T.J. McConnell. He's no Halliburton. I mean, he's not at all.
T.J. McConnell in that third, or was it the second quarter? I think the second
quarter.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was. He stepped up.
He went right at Chet Holmgren 2 or 3 different times and just finished over him. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, it was a good series. Anytime you go to Game 7, it's a good series.
Yeah.
It just is. And that was a really good one.
I think I read that was only the 9th Game 7 since the ABA.
Was it really? I didn't know that.
First since 2016. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, Shai Gilgeous is the first player in 25 years to win the MVP scoring title, NBA Finals MVP in the same season. So, I mean, he's breaking all kinds of records, and I think it's awesome. I'm really happy for him, and I just can't say enough nice things about him. So, I'm glad he won. I don't care about Oklahoma City winning, but I will say this. Somebody said it was the mics. Soon as the game was over, that sounded like the quietest crowd after winning a championship I've ever heard. Did you notice that? And somebody said, no, it's because of the placing of the mics or the lack thereof by ESPN. It was quiet.
No, I didn't notice. I did notice when Halliburton went down how quiet it got.
Well, that's different.
That was kind of, that was eerie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. One person texted, Michael, impressed? Hot pink and mint green are so much prettier than BB and blue.
I don't disagree.
Oh, stop it. That's not true. Let me get to this one. One person texted, so Scoots was in Corydon. Thought I saw him. He can come back for the Popcorn Festival parade next week.
I don't think we're in the popcorn parade, but maybe.
I love that.
We will be out at the fair all week, Dexter, so come see us.
I picture Scoots waving like Nick Nolte did in the French Lick Parade from Blue Chips. Oh, my gosh. I love that there is a popcorn parade. I have never heard of that in my life.
It's amazing. They have
I love popcorn.
Well, then you need to come down there because they have a popcorn gun.
What?
Yeah.
What is a popcorn gun?
You know, like those T-shirt guns?
Okay.
They shoot T-shirts in the crowd?
Yes.
They have one of those for popcorn, and they just fire popcorn out of this gun on the streets. It's great.
Okay, that might be the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. So do they shoot it in the air and you're supposed to catch it in your mouth?
Oh, no, people pick it up off the ground.
Oh, that's disgusting now. No, I'm not doing that. But no, I got to get me a popcorn gun. I got to witness this. By the way, Corydon, is this Corydon, Indiana, or what is this?
Yeah, Corydon, Indiana.
All right, I want to be the grand marshal of your popcorn parade, okay? Because I am the biggest popcorn fan in the entire world, if not the universe.
Well, put your money where your mouth is and enter the popcorn eating challenge. How about that?
No, I can't do that because, I don't have the stomach like I used to. I mean, since I've lost all this weight.
Attitude.
No, it's not the attitude. I realistically don't have that kind of stomach anymore with all this weight I've lost. I don't eat near what I've lost over 40 pounds now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so much better, but no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not eating. I'll be the grand marshal, but I'm not going to, I want to be named the king of popcorn festival. Okay, and I want to be referred to as King Caramel because that is my favorite flavor of popcorn.
Well, rumor has it if you win the popcorn eating contest, you can be called whatever you want.
Oh,
so
really?
You got to enter.
Man, I can't do that. That is so, I'm not going to lie to you, that is so tempting right there. I would love to be referred to as King Caramel. King Caramel popcorn. That would be the greatest. Can you imagine? I mean, that would be, what kind of crown would I be wearing? Popcorn? A crown of popcorn? Seriously, and how quickly would it go bad? Why are you laughing at me? I couldn't be any more serious. I want to be the king of popcorn festival.
It's really hilarious because I'm pretty sure they have like a princess contest for the popcorn festival.
Well, I definitely want to be the king.
And so you'll have all these ladies like making crowns out of corn stalks.
Nice. I love it.
It's great.
This reminds me of an Office episode when Dwight was the king of something in Oktoberfest that they had back at Scranton, New York, but anyway, or Pennsylvania. So yes, I might have to look at seeing coming to the Harrison County Popcorn Festival.
You should.
Okay,
you'll have all the popcorn you could ever want.
I am sold right now. Let's see here. Oh, this can't be right. All right, PRTG here.
Podcast Random Thoughts guy.
Okay. How annoying are your taxes, Scoots? 2 radio jobs in different states, and I'm assuming a 1099 for your play-to-play. That's not that he's not off right there. No wonder you cannot do your own taxes. Because, you claimed you were going to do it this year, and then last minute, you're like, I can't do it. It's like, no joke you can, because Podcast Random Thoughts guy is 1,000% right. You have a radio job in Indiana, a radio job in Kentucky, and then, yes, you got the play-by-play stuff here in Kentucky.
So my taxes are probably the most annoying thing of all time, and I used to do them by myself, but I got to a point where I just can't do it anymore. PRTG guy, I have, yes, the 2 W-2s from my 2 radio jobs, and I get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 1099s every year. So my taxes are an absolute mess. Yeah, you nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah, I feel sorry for your accountant, but let's see who this is. Who? Josh. I'm not trying to make it monetary, but if TJ McConnell's mom didn't push that camera away, how many companies are going to flock to both of them with some endorsement deals? You bring new eyes to the NBA that way. As men, we need to show our vulnerability because we've been told to suck it up for so long.
Well said.
Josh, you're 1,000% right.
Well said.
Because there's nothing wrong. Sorry, Tom Hanks, there is crying in baseball, and I'm okay with that. To work so hard all your life to get to a point because you don't know if you're ever going to get to that point again, and to put it all on the line, and to have that much pressure to fill in for the star player of your team. That is, finally the emotions come out, and it's okay. I don't have a problem with emotions. I mean, when my parents passed away, I cried. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a problem, and I was not embarrassed by it.
Men cry too.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's okay. So, listen, and there'll be other days I get emotional, and for this young man to get emotional like that, I just think his mom made him look worse.
I mean, you cried on air one time.
Well, why are we bringing that up?
Why? Just saying, because it's okay to be vulnerable.
Well,
I'm with Josh.
And why did I get upset that day that you played something?
I played your dad's favorite song.
Exactly, and it made me emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, man!
I bring you a box of tissue.
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, and all of a sudden, it just kind of brought all this. You didn't know, and it brought me straight back to my dad not being here.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have so much fun with everything I've got going on. I've told you about getting on an airplane, and he said, I want the flight attendant to announce my son has a radio show in Louisville. It's like, please don't do that. God, that's embarrassing right there. So, anyway, we got to take another break. 502-384-1450, 502-414-1450. Keep the text coming on the Whiskey Thief text line, or you can tweet me at Just the Cat Radio. I get the theme. I gave you a song to play today, and you're sticking to the band, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I gave you one song from Van Halen, and that's all you've played so far. And so does that make you happy, or does that make you... Are you a big Van Halen fan?
I like Van Halen, yeah.
I do, too, but which version do you like? Do you like the...
I don't know, Michael. We've talked about this. I can't tell the difference.
You can't tell the difference
fun of me.
between David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker, and you don't even know who the Red Rocker is.
Nope.
Anyway, okay. All right, don't get mad.
Van Halen Monday.
I know it's Monday, but don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad.
But the way you just reacted was pretty emotional.
If people are watching on the YouTube,
oh, no, I
forgot
the stinking TV's on. Okay.
What?
I forgot. No, I mean the YouTube thing.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube TV thing. I couldn't. I forgot that anyway. Okay, I gotta watch myself because during breaks they can still watch me, can't they?
No, during breaks you're not on. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I just can't pick my nose.
Pick your nose all you want.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. If you could play an instrument proficiently, what instrument would you play?
Drums, no question.
See, as soon as I asked that question or thought of that question, to me it was drums.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing to hear that kind of drum play right there. Greatest drummer of all time is who? I can't think of his name. I think it's the guy from Rush.
I don't know if I know it.
You don't even know names. Oh, my gosh. It just kills me. Anyway, I'm going to say right now, I wish somebody could text me right now, the name of the drummer for Rush. He is the greatest drummer of all time. Nobody will ever be able to convince me any differently.
Neil Peart.
Yeah, that's it. Neil Peart. Yes.
Peart?
Yes.
Peart.
Peart. It's Peart.
Spelled like heart.
Yes, but it's Peart. But, yeah, he is the greatest drummer. I don't know if you've ever seen his drum kit, but you don't even see him when you go see them in concert. He's just covered in drums. It's the craziest thing. But I would say drums, probably, I don't know. I tried to learn how to play guitar one time. I just was terrible at it.
I was good at Guitar Hero.
Were you really?
Sometimes.
I don't know. The only thing, piano relaxes me the most. I wish I could play the piano a little better than I can. I try to, but no, I'm still bad at it. And I don't play in front of anybody. I'll play when everybody's out of the house. I'll play piano by myself.
Are you embarrassed?
Probably. I just feel like, well, nobody wants to hear me screw up constantly. And as soon as I start playing, I get so relaxed. I don't know why it is. And I am terrible. You think I'd get frustrated, but it does something to me that relaxes me. It's weird. Yeah, if you asked me, if you came to my house and you saw the piano, and you said, Michael, play the piano. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't care what amount of money, alcohol, or anything you offer me. I'm not doing it. I'll never do it. Anyway, what'd you think of Oklahoma City painting the buses prior to the game last night?
Painting the buses?
You didn't see that?
No.
They had already gotten some buses for the championship parade where it has a top where people can stand up there. You know how they have the celebratory buses that they ride in after teams win a championship? They had them already ready, painted the Oklahoma City colors, and ready to go after the championship game that night. Pacers found out about this, and the coach for the Pacers tried to use it as fuel and locker room, but it didn't work. I was kind of surprised by it. Are you surprised that Oklahoma City, prior to the game, had the buses ready for a parade?
That does surprise me, yes. And now, more than anything, I wish they would have lost, because that would have made it absolutely hilarious. But look, this can go both ways. You talk about Rick Carlisle trying to use it in the locker room for motivation, but it also can work as motivation for Oklahoma City, right? I mean, hey guys, we've already got these buses, so you can't lose. Like, there's not an option. We have to win this game. So, yeah, wild business decision. Not something I would have done.
Not to me, more times than not, it's that jinx.
Exactly.
Jinxes the team.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, can we not get it ready? I mean, the game was last night. I mean, are you going to have the parade today? No, you're going to take a few days. And can't they get the buses ready after the game? I was really surprised by that. And
you'd think they'd have all the time they'd need.
Exactly. It's like
I don't hate being proactive either.
I'm not doing it. I am not going out and getting fitted for a green jacket before the last day of tournament is over. Mm-hmm. I'm not going out there and getting a bus ready for my Super Bowl championship right before you play Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Ravens. Not doing it.
Lamar can't win the big one, so
he's not going to. I might do it then.
Yeah, that's the scenario. You can do it.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Scott. But, yeah, if it's Lamar Jackson, I'm probably getting it ready, trying on my ring. Yeah, I'm getting it ready. So at that point, Scott, it's going to be all Big Blue Nation, and Will Levis is going to beat Lamar Jackson. How do you like that comparison right there? That's a terrible comparison. I'll admit right there is no way Will Levis will ever be close to as good as Lamar Jackson.
No way.
In football. But I will say Lamar Jackson's never going to win a Super Bowl.
Neither will Will Levis.
No, he will. Well, unless he's
he could be a backup.
he could be a backup. Yeah, definitely.
Third string guy.
Probably third or fourth string. Yeah. I mean, if he wants to go become a tight end, and that he might at that point. No, listen, I'm only teasing about Will Levis. I just don't think he's that great of a quarterback. He was okay at UK. Don't give me a hard time if I speak the reality. I like Will Levis, but speaking of NFL, did you see where Tom Brady gave a Pennsylvania? Did I just say that? Pennsylvania, a Pennsylvania teacher $250,000 for LeBron James rookie card.
Yes, as part of the, what they call that, the Fanatics something.
Yes,
some sort of Fanatics
challenge.
Yeah, let me get it pulled up because it was really interesting. I had never heard of this.
I hadn't either.
Oh, because it's the inaugural. So the first.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, it's inaugural.
Fanatics games, you had, what was it, 50 fans and then 50 former athletes that all participated in this.
And I think it's cool Tom Brady did this.
And it was 8 sports-themed skills competitions.
Yes.
Quarterback skills, basketball shooting, they played around the world, soccer goal scoring, baseball pitching accuracy, a washer-dryer hockey shooting challenge. I
love that.
Here's one you would excel in.
All right.
A WWE superstar entrance.
Well, why do I excel at that?
Because you've done that before.
I've been a manager. I've not been an athlete in it.
But you know how the entrance goes.
Oh, do I can win at that right there alone.
The other two were a UFC striking challenge and a closest to the pin golf challenge.
All right.
So Tom Brady wins the thing with 399 points, whatever that means. Takes home the $1 million prize.
Yep.
He says not only did he buy this card, which we'll get back to that in a minute, but he took $5,000 and gave it to each of the 50 fans that competed.
How cool is that?
And then he was going to donate the rest of that to charity.
Tell me how do not like Tom Brady.
That's awesome.
That's no way you can't dislike Tom Brady. He's another one of those guys, and we'll get to a few of the others out there, but I love Tom Brady. So the Pennsylvania teacher came in third place.
Third, yep.
So Tom Brady says, I'll buy that card for me. Because, what was it? 2022, another card, LeBron James rookie card, sold for $950,000. And evidently the evaluation of these cards have come way down the past 3 years. So the market has not fielded very well the last 3 years. So Tom Brady said, listen, I'll give you $250,000. Mm-hmm. The guy said, okay, no problem. Can I get a couple other things? I'll take one of your cards and a signed jersey by Tom Brady.
Yeah, signed card and signed jersey.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved this story. Who are some other... All right, go ahead. You're going to say something.
I didn't know what I was going to say.
Okay, good. I was reading a tweet this weekend. Because I want to talk about it a little later after the next hour, but where the UK basketball team did a clinic down in London, Kentucky, and then turned around and gave a check for $40,000. Well, we'll talk about it now. $40,000 for tornado relief.
Wow.
And I was reading all the tweets of people, and it seemed like a lot of U of L people chimed in. And not the typical, whatever, we don't care about you, UK sucks and all that kind of stuff. It was like, I'm having a hard time disliking Mark Pope.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Scott, I'm having a hard time disliking Pat Kelsey. I don't dislike him. I like him. I like your athletic director. I think Josh Hurd's doing a phenomenal job, and I like Jeff Brom. So I'm kind of the same way. I'm in the same boat when it comes to U of L. Where is this rivalry going to when you have the fan bases really liking the opposing coach?
I mean, I'm going to say the same thing I always say when we bring this up. It's going to be kosher for a while, but once
it's going to change.
Once that animosity creeps in, I think it changes rather quickly.
Well, they've gone after a couple of players. And then, so and you've had that bit of a rivalry, and I just don't think much has changed. I still look at it and think, okay, they still like each other's coaches. I don't know. Even if Kentucky loses at Yum Center this coming fall, I still think UK fans like Pat Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to how the coaches treat each other. And right now, and I don't foresee it changing. I still compare it to Denny Crum, Joe B. Hall. And it brought so many people together. It's like, we don't have to dislike each other. We just have to root against each other one time a year. I think the rivalry, it probably will go back and forth. It'll probably develop into something. Then down the road, when both of these coaches are gone, it'll be total dislike again. You'll have another coach come into U of L, and he'll say something against UK, and then, boom, there that rivalry, hatred comes right back. Mm-hmm. But I think while these two coaches are here, I don't think we're going to have that animosity towards each other. I think we're still going to appreciate the history that we both have, and I think we're going to have a common admiration for the success that the past has brought us.
I mean, it's definitely not going to get to Calipari Patino levels.
I don't think so at all.
I think there'll be some animosity creep in.
Even if UK loses, I don't think so. I think it's going to change. I think it'll be that way. Even if the coaches who have already gone after the same players, I think it's going to be that way. We'll talk more about it later. Let's go ahead and take a break. Hour 2 coming up. Just Cat, stay right there.
Only locally owned sports talk. The
sorry. I got to listen to this whole thing. I love this song right here.
You can't listen to the whole thing.
I have to.
Do it. You can't.
All right, just a few more seconds. Is that okay? Just a little more. I'll talk over it a little bit, but
You're gonna get more at the end.
oh man, I love this song. I love that part right there. 5150 is one of my. Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot. See, what a horrible way to tease me right there. That was not nice. That's not anything you want to do to King Carmel, okay?
I don't like that name.
Why not? King Carmel? I want to be the king of the popcorn festival.
Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Can I just get invited to be in the parade and people will be like, who is the fat guy out there in the car waving to everybody? Anyway, that would put a smile on my face for a long time right there if that ever came to fruition. Michael Bennett named King Carmel at the popcorn festival. I would be so happy. By the way, what makes somebody else happy, I know you are really happy about this with your bromance with Kenny Brooks, but Kenny Brooks got a big get over the weekend. If you didn't know it, UK women's basketball got the number 9 overall player, 5-star wing, greatest name in the world, by the way, Savvy Sword.
Swords.
Isn't that what I said? Sword.
Well, you say that weird. I don't like that.
How are you supposed to say? All right, it's SWORD, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sword.
I've always said sword.
Okay, you say SORD.
Silent W.
Oh, so you think the W is a sword? I've always said,
dude, I don't
sword.
Like that at all.
Stop! You're messing me up, okay? Because you're making fun of how I'm pronouncing a name. I'm probably butchering it, but to me it's sword. I've always said sword. A sword. I don't know how it's pronounced. Savvy Sword, okay? I'll just say it the way you're saying it and make you happy, and you can leave me alone. But, man, Savvy. I mean, here's the other part. You know, she is a 6'1" player from Canada. She is the sister of Michigan star, how do you pronounce her? Scylla Sword? And who was their star player as a freshman this past season. She averaged 16 points per game and 16 rebounds her freshman season. And, man, this makes 2 of the top 10 commitments in the class of 26 for Kenny Brooks. So, and she was considering Michigan. You almost, if you look at this, you think, okay, there's no way Kentucky's going to get her. She's going to Michigan to play with her sister. And lo and behold, she's coming to Kentucky.
Yeah, that's wild. I would assume being from Canada and coming to America,
home, yeah.
I would imagine she probably would have went to Michigan as well just to stay with Sis, but wants to carve her own path. So welcome aboard, Savvy.
Savvy. I mean, that is just going to.
It's a sweet name.
Oh my gosh, there is going to be if she plays as good as she looks like on paper, there are going to be so many people talking about her being such a savvy player. I mean, you can think about everything out there they're going to use. It's going to be is either going to turn out cheesy or it's going to turn out fantastic.
I mean, there are a lot of headlines that you can already envision.
Yeah. Savvy, go Savvy. I mean, it's just going to be unbelievable what they're going to be able to say out there. But congratulations to Kenny Brooks. I mean, that's 2 top 10 for class of 26.
Go Kenny. Let's do it.
I know, exactly. UK football gets a 4-star commitment over the weekend out of Michigan as well. So UK has been really recruiting up in Michigan. I know where that jet's going. 6'4", Lincoln Watkins, who's a tight end, and he says yes to the new tight ends coach, Derek Shea. And he's the 31st ranked tight end in the U.S. Some of Mark Stoops' best players have come out of Michigan. DeAndre Square, he was pretty good at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Walker, Maxwell Hairston, all out of Michigan. So hopefully he's going to be. And this kid is an athlete. I mean, he played both sides of the ball for his high school. It was called Port Huron Northern High School.
Too bad he's a tight end and Kentucky doesn't use him.
Let's not go that far. 42 tackles as an outside linebacker because he played both sides of the ball. caught 39 passes for 668 yards, 17 touchdowns. That dude had to have been exhausted after every single game he played in.
Probably so. That's a lot.
You know, you said everything everybody's thinking right now. Is there any chance they now throw and just kind of slap Vince Marrow's face and say, okay, we're now going to throw to the tight end and put heavy play in our offense towards tight ends at UK?
I mean, wouldn't that be the hope with a new tight ends coach, fresh blood coming in? Maybe he's able to integrate himself and get the tight ends involved in that offense. Because we've talked about it ad nauseum.
Exactly.
You got to use the tight ends. Got to.
The NFL uses them quite a bit. I mean, we just talked about it, 2 weeks ago? Travis Kelce, Gronkowski. And you talk about all these great tight ends that were an integral part of the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs, Patriots, and the Bucs. I mean, you think about other tight ends out there. This is like, why are we so hesitant to throw to the tight end? I've never understood. You know, we had C.J. Conrad, who caught some winning game touchdown passes. And yet we don't do it all the time.
I just think those guys can be just such valuable weapons. I mean, not only are they a lot of times taller than the wide receivers. Now, you do have some wide receivers that are similarly sized, but
yes,
the tight ends are always more bulky. I mean, they're tougher to bring down. I think there's way too much of an advantage to using tight ends to not use the tight end.
Very much so. And I just, for the life of me, you said it. We've talked about it to nauseum. And for the life of me, it has to be Mark Stoops saying something. Let's not do that. I'm hoping Bush Handom now's getting some of his players in and said, okay, let's throw it to the tight ends.
Open that playbook a little bit.
Yes. It's easy to do. You don't have to throw far. You don't even have to worry about the offensive line blocking.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple seconds, the tight end's right there. Boom, you're throwing it less than 5 yards and let him make a play. Because this dude clearly can make some plays. Now, I know he's going to be not playing at the North Huron, Port Huron Northern High School. It's now SEC play, but come on, man. 6'4", he's a big dude.
Oh, and you've got to, as a coaching staff, you've got to work to develop this kid. And not only that, but you've got to hope that he's loyal enough to you to hang around for year 2, 3, 4, so he could be a big product for this team.
Yeah, is it to a point, though, he's saying that? Because, Rick Pitino doesn't recruit any high school players anymore. You think football should kind of transfer to the same way, too?
No.
Transform the game to where I'm only going to go to the transfer portal to get sophomore, juniors, and seniors. Why not?
I think football, first of all, you've got a way bigger roster in football than you do basketball. So you've got to fill that somehow. And if you want to go the development route and get some freshmen in and hope, like I said, that they're loyal to you and you can get them integrated and be big pieces for your program moving forward. Look, I don't disagree with what Rick Pitino's doing. I just think there's different ways to go about things with the way the college athletics work now. And I think with football, I don't know that you'd want to go that transfer portal route.
Boy, you know who's going that transfer portal route is Nick Mingione. He has gone full force. UK baseball got another player out of the portal. This one's coming from South Carolina. Left-hand pitcher. He was considering Georgia, Florida, before he made his decision to become a Cat. 6'4". He was 3-1 at South Carolina in 5 starts. That included, are you ready for this stat? 32 strikeouts in 30 innings.
That'll do.
That's almost that's over a strikeout in an inning right there.
Yeah, good math.
That's unbelievable. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, especially since I flunked it numerous times at UK. That's the 11th player Nick Mingione has added out of the portal. He's in full belief of the portal, by the way.
Yeah.
And doing really well at it. I'm having fun watching him recruit.
I do. Now, this may go directly against what I just said with football, but I do feel like
I know what you're going to say.
I do feel like the baseball transfer portal can be very advantageous for teams.
See, yes, for baseball, and I think it can be very advantageous for football? Why would you want to bring in a high schooler that you're hoping, you just said it a few minutes ago, why do you want to bring in a football player that you're hoping stays for year 2 or 3 or 4? Whereas you can bring in like Ray Davis, I think is a great example. Came from Vanderbilt, comes to Kentucky, becomes one of the most, now he's not Benny Snell, but he is one of the most popular running backs to play at Kentucky.
I mean, there's definitely situations, and we're going to continue to see them over the years that it works out coming out of the transfer portal. But for me, I don't know, Ray Davis came in, and he didn't have an understanding of the Kentucky culture and what it was all about.
Now, when he left, he did.
Did he have success, and did he realize what it was when he left? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I just think it can be so good for a program, having those young guys that get an understanding of what you're trying to do from a young age, and then they can get older and preferably better and pass that on to the younger guys that'll be below them now. So, I mean, that's how you build a culture. It's just everybody buying in and understanding exactly what you're trying to do.
You know, Mark Pope has changed a lot of the banners at the practice facility for UK basketball. Somebody took a picture, somebody took a video of the practice facility. It was UK men's basketball that posted it. And a lot of people have caught the eye of a brand new banner that has gone up in the practice facility.
Tell me more.
It says number 9 next to all the banners. The very last one says, next to the 2012 National Championship banner, it says number 9, the assignment. Do you like that banner?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. I don't have any issues with it.
I mean, it's one you can keep up for a long time. Hopefully it comes up sooner than later, but I like that. I mean, I know what Cal was trying to do, and that was a part of his whole shtick as far as recruiting players to come to Kentucky. You have all the banners of all the former players from UK that are now playing in the NBA. Mm-hmm. But you know what? When you come to UK, it's all about UK. It's not about the NBA. That's what I love about Pope transforming the facility to where it's UK, putting up the banners that they've won national championships, and the fact that he now has one that says number 9, the assignment. I love it.
Yeah, big fan of it. I mean, it'll come sooner rather than later, I think.
Do you think so?
Not claiming this year, but
I'm not either. I'm not ready to claim that, but I don't think either of us would be surprised if he won this year.
Probably not. Depending on how the team gels together, probably
do you
not.
Think, all right, if he was able to win a championship this year, do you think that adds more pressure on him to be able to do it again early in his career at UK? Or you think it's better for it to build up and win one 4, 5, 6 years down the road? Because I think that's what hurt Tubby Smith. He won a championship way too early, his first year, and I think in the end that hurt him. What do you think?
I mean, maybe that adds extra pressure, but like I've said it a million times, I mean, Mark Pope, he's different because he played at Kentucky.
Yes.
He understands this whole thing, and if you listen to him talk, he'll tell you the exact same thing. He understands what it's like to be at Kentucky. So I'm still of the mindset, I don't know how much pressure he's actually putting on himself.
Oh, I bet as a player, he puts more pressure on himself than a coach that came here and doesn't understand truly what it means to be a part of Big Blue Nation. Mark Pope, he's one of the Big Blue Nation. He's one of us. I think if you get another coach in here that doesn't, I would have to disagree with you right there. I think Mark Pope understands it so much that he adds a lot more pressure than anybody else out there.
Maybe so. I mean, pressure.
Don't give up so easily.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with pressure. I mean, we've talked about it. It can create cracks or it can create diamonds. And I feel like.
Ooh, I like that,
I feel like Mark Pope is the type of guy who deals with pressure and he's going to make diamonds out of it. Like, pressure doesn't have to be.
So, in other words, he thrives under the pressure, is what you're saying.
Pressure doesn't always have to be a bad thing.
No, absolutely not. Pressure can be a gigantic plus. Mm-hmm. I happen to like pressure. When I'm under the gun, I think I perform a lot better. There are times that and that's not 100% of the time, but there are times I think I work better under pressure than I do not. I like that little push. And sometimes it's a big push. I think Mark Pope, he thrives. I think he excels under pressure. With everything that has happened here at Kentucky in the short time period he's been here, he's explained it to his family. His family accepts that pressure. And it's all about understanding. Mark Pope is always saying the assignment. And, of course, the banner says that, the assignment. He understands that. And listen, he has a different mentality than any other coach that could have come in here that would not understand that mentality, unlike Mark Pope. That's why I'm so excited. The more he is around Kentucky, the more I get excited about him being our coach. And I love it.
You should.
And he is thriving at this at the nth degree, at the highest level. And I love it. When I hear him talk, he's so calm about things. It's like, how can you be so calm? But it's because he understands what's going on. He understands what it takes to be the head coach, what it takes to be the player, and what it takes to be successful. And I love it. So, anyway, we got to take our last break. If you want to give us a call, 502-384-1450. You want to text us on the Whiskey Thief text line, 502-414-1450. This is Just a Cast.
Just trying to please you all the time.
On this day in 1989, the movie Batman debuted.
Sweet.
With Michael Keaton. You never watched it.
On account of I was negative 3.5 years old? No.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
man. That made me feel old
I wasn't born till October of 89.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, you were alive. You just weren't.
No, I wasn't a lot. Well,
Yeah, you were.
I just
Come on.
wasn't in the world, I guess.
Yeah. You were in the world.
I was in a dark world.
Yeah, well. Your mother was in a bright world, then you were born, and she became in a dark world because of you. That was a good one. Anyway, how about Jasper Johnson? We ain't even talked about this the entire show. Makes the USA U19 basketball team. Congratulations to him. Is this a good thing in Mark Pope's eyes is what I want to know. I go back and forth with this. I think it's good. It's obviously an honor for Jasper Johnson. He wants to do it. He gets to go to Switzerland, play basketball. I know his grandfather is really happy for him. His dad's really happy for him. But in Mark Pope's eyes, is this a good thing? He does get to compete against the best players of his age in the United States. But there is some negative to this. What do you think it's more positive than negative, or the other way around?
Way more positive than negative.
Yeah.
Not even close in my mind, because a lot of the things you just mentioned there. He will get to play against the best and the best of the best of guys his age. It's going to give him a lot of experience going into his freshman year at Kentucky, and it's going to just give him a better understanding of the speed of the game. Because when you think of USA U19, that's probably comparable to college in terms of the speed. So he's going to be in shape when he gets back. He's going to be ready to go. He's be able to pass on anything he may have learned that could potentially help the team. I think it's only good things. I don't think anything negatively about it.
But Tommy Lloyd, the Arizona head coach, is the coach of this team. You think that coaches of the players on this team
Don't say it.
don't like the coaching that they do? Don't say what?
That's not the route I thought you were going to go.
Where'd you think I was going? No, I'm curious now. Where'd you think I was going?
I thought you were going to go, is Tommy Lloyd putting some bugs in Jasper's ear?
No,
telling him to come there down the line?
I know. I think that would be in poor taste. I don't think any coach that was doing something like that would do anything close to being. No,
I wouldn't imagine.
No. I'm just talking about coaching philosophy.
I mean, it's obviously different.
Sure it is. But it's got to be pretty general, though, the coaching they're doing for this kind of team, to whereas the coaches where the players are really going to go play in college, they're probably okay with those coaches, aren't they? I mean, or is there a little different philosophy on how they want their players treated?
Well, Mark Pope's on the staff, right?
He is,
So
but
he
don't you
can-
think there might be a little, yes, he can put his influence in there.
And I think that's beneficial to Team USA. That, I mean, hey, look, Tommy, here's my guy. Here's where he excels, the things that he does really well.
Yeah.
Maybe we build this around him or this around him. So I think Pope being on staff and not only, I mean, that's something we haven't even talked about, the fact that Mark Pope and Jasper Johnson are going to have all that time together to get closer themselves.
Yeah.
So that's another benefit for Jasper Johnson being on this team.
It's a huge benefit. That I'm wondering what Pat Kelsey thinks about this. Maybe I should have been on the team.
I'm sure Pat Kelsey's guy made a team too, right?
He did. Yeah. So
But
don't
Pat's
you
not
think
on
Pat Kelsey's not an assistant coach?
Yeah.
So you kind of wonder, but is Tommy Lloyd good enough to be able to coach a team like this? I mean,
Absolutely.
you think so?
Yeah,
Is he you consider him one of the up and coming coaches?
for sure. I like Tommy Lloyd a lot.
Because he's not going to stay at Arizona, is he? If he does well at Arizona, he would flip, wouldn't he, and go somewhere
I
else?
don't know where anybody's going anymore. You'll have one job come open, and then it's bedlam, and everybody's moving everywhere. It's insane.
Our prediction about Murray State's baseball coach didn't come true, though.
He's staying?
He is staying,
Wow.
signing a contract at Murray State.
Good for him.
How about that?
Wonder if they found him a landscaper to mow the field.
He's not doing it.
He's doing it.
No, they had somebody else doing it. He
No.
just did it that one time.
I guarantee he always did it.
But are you surprised he's staying at Murray State? They gave him a
Yeah.
big raise. I am too. I'm really happy for him. Because I kind of got the feeling he really likes the area. He likes the school. I mean, it's easy to like Murray. Now, it is a very slow town, but that's a beautiful part of Kentucky. If you've never been to Murray, Kentucky. I love Western Kentucky. It doesn't even feel like Kentucky. It's so different down there.
You're right.
But I'm happy for him, and I'm really happy for the fan base in the school.
Hopefully he can hang on to a good chunk of his players that are eligible to come back.
Best of luck with that one.
Yeah.
Did you see where July 1st, Nike will release 2 new editions of the GT Cut Pro 3 Turbo? One for Rob Dillingham, one for Reed Shepherd. All right. Have you seen them yet?
That's a good-looking shoe.
Okay. I like them.
$210. It ain't that good looking.
That's my problem right there. That's where Shaquille O'Neal comes out and says, listen, I'm not going to charge kids these exuberant prices. I want them to be able to afford my tennis shoes. That's where I really admire Shaquille O'Neal. But come on, man. First of all, I'm a big fan of Reed Shepherd. I know about the whole Arkansas thing, and I'm a big fan of Rob Dillingham. But isn't it a little early for them to have their own shoe right now? I mean, they really did nothing this past season in their first year in the NBA. Why are they getting a shoe deal already?
Yeah, maybe Nike season up and coming season for them.
You think so? Okay. Well, the color scheme for Reed Shepherd's kind of went along with the Houston Rockets. They're they're red, and then underneath the tongue of the shoe, it has his name on it. Rob Dillingham went a completely different route. His are kind of like the ones I have right now. Did you see those? They're hot pink. I mean, they are some really bright colors, and I love it because he's making a statement. I think it's fantastic. And then the shoe will also have his new logo that pays tribute to his nickname, Rob with the Shifts.
Oh, I like that logo.
Do you like the logo?
Yeah.
But you
like
don't
a
like
stick shift in the car?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Rob with the Shift.
Not big on the pink. We saw a number of guys wearing pink last night. Obi Toppin, Benedict Mather, and those guys were both for sure in pink. I'm not crazy about pink shoes.
Are you not?
No.
I'll have to wear mine next couple of days and show you my hot pink shoes.
Do it.
I think, and it has the lime green. Is it lime or more of a yellow? I can't tell which. The Nike logo. They're some of the most comfortable shoes. They're not the most comfortable shoe, but I would say they are some comfortable shoes, and I just love the brightness of them.
I do like pink and lime green together.
Do you really?
I think that looks really good.
I think it looks really good on a jockey silk. But yeah, I think those are 2 good colors that really, they definitely stick out, that's for certain. I don't wear them because they're hot pink. I wear them because they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
I wear them for both reasons.
$210 though, dude. Come on.
That's ridiculous.
That's the part that kind of bothers me a little bit. It's like, who's going to be able to afford something like that?
I'm going to go buy a new putter instead of them.
Are putter $200 now?
Good ones.
I haven't bought a putter in 40 years. I still use a putter I used when I was a kid.
Mine was
same one.
Mine was $220. The one I got now.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. But it's great.
When's the last time you bought a new set of clubs?
Never.
Is it time?
Yo, it's way past time.
And you know how to go buy them. I told you how to go buy them.
Yeah.
You go, as soon as August hits or September, you go buy Golf Headquarters, and I'm giving them free. I don't mind, but you go buy the Pro Shop used ones, the demos, and you got a new set of clubs. I don't care if they're demos.
We'll see if
you're saving a ton of money.
We'll see if I can save up enough money to get some.
Oh, you can save up enough money. You'll be able to get them. But they'll let you try them, too, to make sure you hit them well. It's a great deal. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, it's worth keeping in mind.
That's what I don't buy. I don't buy anything, including cars. Well, I bought my wife a new one. But when it comes to me buying a car for myself, I buy used ones. Because you save so much money.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I get it checked out, make sure it's okay. But no, I don't buy new. I guess a car dealership wouldn't like me, would they? Well, I'd buy a used one from them, so I don't know.
As long as they're getting a sale, they don't care.
Yeah. Well, fun days. 2 hours goes by on a Monday. I mean, how great is this?
It was quick.
Yep, it was. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Appreciate you listening. We'll see you tomorrow on Just the Cats.